Are we going to get more XP than episode number 6? With double XP happening in February, there's a good chance the previous XP gained record for this series has been broken. The previous XP gained record was set in episode number 6 with 332,403,752 XP. Let's see if we can beat that, so please join me in episode number 7 of my Road to 5.6 Bill XP series. If you know RuneScape, max XP is one of the ways of quote-unquote beating RuneScape. I say that with quotations because there are quite a few different descriptions on beating RuneScape. If you're a fellow max XP grinder or a fellow RuneScape player, consider subscribing so you don't miss out on future episodes like this one. Hey everyone, Taylor here, aka Marth. Let's go ahead and get right into the starting analytics for this episode. Our starting XP is 3,454,867,250. Our starting total virtual level is 3,339. Now, let's see how much XP I can gain for this episode. I was noticing that whenever I'd open up my metamorphic geodes when I was AFKing mining, the rate that I was getting strange rocks as well as golden rocks was actually pretty decent. You could literally just go AFK mining, say you're going for 120 or 200 mil, and boom. There we go. 114 mining. Pretty stoked on that. It's just been nice AFKing some mining and being able to get some things done in the background and working on the Iron Man. We'll continue on the grind, maybe do some fletching. We'll see what happens next. So I had some golden dragon fruit seeds left over in my bank, as well as some leafy potions, I believe is what they are, for the cacti plants from the player on farm. So we're going to be using these to get 200 mil farming right there. Let's freaking go. Another 200 mil down. I believe that's number 5 now. 111 fletching. Only about 9 levels left and 61.5 mil XP to go. Honestly, this skill, I don't mind it. Compared to cooking, I am enjoying just doing some broad tipped arrows. However, if you do know of any other methods that are better XP per hour than this, please put them in the comments section, because I'm starting to think that this is also going to turn into a cooking, and I don't want that to happen. Please save me. I didn't get my recorder turned on fast enough, but we just hit 3.5 bill XP. That is huge. That's only 2.1 bill as of right now left to max XP. I do know that Necromancy is coming out at some point this year, so eventually this is going to be turning into Road to 5.8 bill XP, but this is still a huge milestone. 3.5 bill total XP. Let's go. Unfortunately, we don't have the Gemmy pet yet, so we're going to be training the last 50 mil XP with basically doing Royal Dragonhide bodies or cutting gems or any other good methods for the skill. So if you have any methods that you would recommend for best XP per hour as well as the best way to get the pet, please put it down in the comment section below, because I am going to be very sad if I get 200 mil XP and I do not have the pet yet. There we go. 50 mil strength, just camping some Abbey demons while we level up our gear so that way we can remove the perks, but that's going to be a clip for later on. So we came over to the Artisan's Workshop to use some of these proteans that we've been getting from the dailies, and right there we just got 111 smithing. We are 9 levels from 120 and 61.5 mil away from 120 as well. So this is not bad, but it is kind of reminding me of cooking. So I'm probably going to be stocking up for the next double XP weekend, so that way I can just grind out 120, if not more than that, because this is a skill that's probably going to be testing me just like cooking. We'll see what the future brings. So just got home from work, doing my divination dailies, and I do extend these every single day with Viswax, and I actually have all 3 of them set to divination. If you have the option to do that, I would highly recommend doing that. If you do have a 120 skill that you're wanting to get passively, not wanting to put a lot of effort into, and that right there is 3 dailies done, 224k XP in one sitting. And then right there is 100 mil XP in divination. We're closing in on that 120, and I couldn't be happier, just because this has been not necessarily a not enjoyable skill, but it's been something that I'm just ready for a new daily. I'm ready to put the daily on Cooking Man and start getting that passively, because that is not my favorite skill, if you have not been able to pick up on that already. All right, let's get this mining level. Bam, let's go. 116 mining, closing in on this 120 as well. And I've been able to AFK quite a bit on mobile, especially while I'm either A, at work, or B, while I'm at home working on other projects, especially back-end projects that you guys haven't seen yet, but will in the future. 34 mil XP left to go to 120, and I honestly am going to try and finish the skill before this episode ends, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. We'll see. There we go. 114 cooking. Only 6 levels left to go to 120. Thank God for that, because if anyone's caught on now to the trend, this is probably my least favorite skill. I'm going to keep saying it in every single level clip that I get. Well, I'm very happy to say that we finally have the Trevor Zygomite. We re-rolled it. I think it took like 70 name re-rolls, as well as like probably 65 trait re-rolls to get the loyal trait. So ever so clever, complete. And that is off the trim requirement list. There we go. 119 mining, only 9.8 mil left to 120. Aaron will be happy for me to admit that it's not the worst skill in the game, like I used to say it was. It's actually probably one of the better ones just because of what it does offer you, especially on an Iron Man account. I think this is the last thing for the mastery for Sentiston, maybe? Let's claim this. Yep, there we go. Mastery for Sentiston. Look at that. That is another trim requirement done and ticked off of the list. So now we're going to go back to our regularly scheduled program with these voyages. Well, I guess they would be considered research, but we're going to be working on stacking up 100 ancient caskets. We're going to be working on these passively through maxing out archaeology to 200 mil. There it is. 100 mil XP in mining. Only 4.2 mil away from 120. And then about 95, 96 mil away from 200 mil. Honestly, this has been a pretty enjoyable skill to train, I'm not going to lie. So we're going to be working on probably finishing this out so that way we can get cracking on some other 120s, considering that we're only a few away. I believe we only have 4 or 5 left after this skill, so we're going to get to cracking on some other ones after we grind this one out, and couldn't be happier for how the grind's been going. There it is. 120 mining. Let's freaking go. That's another 120 down. And I think we only have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skills left under 120. Let's go. Now we're going to go get the cape, which I think we're going to head over to Falador. Going to be some scuffed surges right here, I have a feeling. Okay, let's talk to Gadrin. And we're going to buy 2 of these capes. We'll put one in the keepsake box and the other one in the bank. Look at that. The 120 mining cape. That is huge. And it honestly looks pretty damn good, I'm not going to lie. Well, on to the next little bit of gains. So we're using up some of these Protean bars, as well as these Protean power-ups, and also some of my bonus XP and smithing over here at the Artisan's Workshop. And we actually have everything completed out of the workshop, so that trim requirement is done. Now we're just closing in on that 50 mil smithing mark, which I actually did forget to record 115 cooking, so that's why you guys did get a screenshot for that, but I was actually able to remember turning on the recorder for this smithing achievement. Look at that. 50 mil smithing coming in right there. Only 54.2 mil left to 120. We're just going to keep chugging along here as I wait for my food to get done, and then we will continue on the grind. So we've recently seen a lot of additions around the Fort Ferindri right outside of Varrock on the edge of the wilderness. And after completing the quest, I decided to highlight one of the new areas that we've been able to unlock, which is the kitchen, as you guys can see here. And it's actually been quite a pretty poppin' place. It's allowed me to get a lot more cooking done, so that's always a bonus. Now we've headed over here. We've got 1,000 contract credits, and we're going to be buying the rest of the outfits. We're going to get the hat, the legs, the gloves, and the boots. And now we officially have the Master Constructor's outfit completed. This is huge. The 200 mil construction XP grind just got so easy, you have no idea. So we're going to be stocking up on a ton of mahogany planks between now and next double XP, so that way we can just literally grind out straight to 200 mil doing pawnbrokers. So I will be stocking up quite a bit on mahogany planks. I think I need around 400,000 or something like that. I can't remember exactly when I calculated it, but this is another thing ticked off the list of things I need in order to make this 200 mil XP grind even easier. 113 smithing. Let's frickin' go. 52 mil left to 120. 5.4 mil left to 114. We're going to keep stacking up some supplies in order to do burial armor this next double XP. So this is probably one of the skills that we may not see as many clips of until we have another double XP, but it's been a pretty enjoyable skill. Don't hate it as much as I hate cooking, but I'm sure that's been pretty obvious to tell in these videos. Well, we're just chilling here, making some broad arrows, and we're over 1 million broad arrows made now, which is honestly pretty impressive. We're closing in on 114 fletching, and there it is, 114 fletching. Let's frickin' go. That's another level down, and 3360 virtual total level. Very nice. All right, let's hop into the ending analytics for this episode. Our starting XP was 3,454,867,250. Our ending total XP for this episode is 3,706,058,731. Our total XP gained for this episode is a whopping 251,191,481. I was really hoping to beat episode number 6's XP record set at like 332 mil or right around there, and I was pushing myself, but with Clan Bingo starting up, I've been PVMing quite a bit more, which I'm pretty excited to be sharing that progress with you guys as well in some other videos. If we were to move over to our starting total virtual level at 3,349, our ending virtual total level for this episode is 3,360. Our total levels gained is 21, which I think might be close to actually the highest levels gained in an episode so far. If this is your first time finding this series and you're interested on catching up on other episodes, there is going to be a playlist linked at the end of this video as well as down in the description. Feel free to check out those videos there. If you haven't seen Runescapers content before and you want to see more, make sure to subscribe as there's some pretty exciting and juicy content coming out this year, which I'm very excited to share with you, as well as Rooney Tunes. And speaking of Rooney Tunes, he is going for a road to front page Iron Man, which is absolutely insane. Is the mic on? Did you hear me? Iron Man. Hello. So if you want to see it, check out that video that's right there on your screen, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.